What's up, you guys? Today I just got back from the gym and I wanted to make a video for you guys about some reasons why you need to stop involving yourself and indulging in sexual sin. So my first reason is because when you are doing this stuff, you are gonna block major blessings in your life. So when you indulge in this habit and when you fall, the devil is doing everything that he can to tempt you into falling into this sin. And at the end of the day, it's not the enemy making you fall into this sin. You are choosing to fall into it. So when you fall into this, the enemy, he's not standing there happy for you clapping. He's not saying, yay, you did something to make yourself feel good. One of the names that Satan has is that he is the accuser of the brethren. So when you fall into this sin, he is going to heaven and he is accusing you to God. He's telling God, look at what your child is doing. Look at what he just fell into. And he is telling the Lord that you cannot receive the things that the Lord has for you. You cannot be blessed with the things that you rightfully deserve as a child of God because you are willingly falling into sin. And God, he cannot bless you because you are choosing to do wrong. The Lord, he is not going to bless you in your sin. The Lord does not bless sin. You cannot bless a disobedient child. That doesn't make sense. So when you are falling into this sin, you are blocking the abundance, the prosperity, the money, whatever it is that you think you deserve, your wife, like you are blocking these major blessings because you are falling into sin. Another thing is that you are going to destroy and damage a lot of relationships and opportunities that are coming into your life. Me, I've experienced this myself. Like when I've fallen into this sin, there's a strain on relationships. When I've fallen into this sin, when it comes to, interacting with other women, I find myself nervous, I'm stuttering, I'm doing all these things because I have sexual immorality in my mind. I'm not thinking of women as actual people, but I'm looking at them as objects because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to. I'm doing something wrong. I have that shame, that guilt inside of myself internally, and that's just making me look at other people and it's making me look at women in the wrong manner. The next thing that I want to talk about is that the best time in my life and the best times that I was happy, the times where I was making the most money, where I was attracting the most women, I felt the best about myself. And I believe that was a time where I've leveled up in life as well. And that's when I went on a long streak of not falling into sexual immorality, not watching the websites, not chasing women. So during this time, it was definitely one of the best moments in my life. And a lot of people can attest to this as well. When you're falling into this sin, it's doing a lot to you. It's causing depression. Like I said before, the shame and the guilt, this stuff is causing you to feel bad about yourself. It's causing you to not enjoy life. You know you're doing something that's bad behind closed doors, and it's just causing you to have a bad time. Alright, what's up, you guys? When I made my video, my phone started to overheat, so that's why I had to stop it, but I'm back. And another thing that I wanted to add to what I was saying was that if you are giving into sexual immorality, if you are watching these adult websites, watching these adult content creators, you are literally putting yourself in a position where you are worshiping these content creators. You are worshiping them. You are putting yourself in a position where you are degrading yourself for pleasure. And you can't do this because these same people, they don't look at you as a partner. They don't look at you as somebody they want. All they want from you is to waste your time, drain your energy, and take your money. These same people, they are going after the people that they want, and they're just using you for their purpose. They don't want you. And so this is why you need to stop that, because you are worshiping them. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about is you need to remember who you are. In Ephesians 5 verse 3, it says that, "But among you there should not be a hint of sexual immorality, impurity, or greed, because these things are improper for God's people." So in this verse, it talks about how there should not be a hint of sexual immorality or lust in you because it's improper. You know, Jesus, he even goes a step further and he says, "He that looks at a woman with lustful intent has committed adultery in his heart." So it doesn't start when you do the action, but it starts when you have that intent in your mind. It starts when you have that thought. And this is how we need to be. We need to stop right there. We can't allow ourselves to go further. And when we give into the thought, when we give into that intent, that is when we have already sinned. And the next part, I want you to focus on that these things are improper for God's holy people. You are one of God's people when you give your life to God. You are one of his people, and you cannot involve yourself in these things because it is improper for you. The next verse that I got for you is 1 Peter 1 verse 14, and it says, "As obedient children, do not conform to the evil desires that you once had when you lived in ignorance." When you were giving into immorality, when you were giving into lust, you knew that this was something that was not good for you. You knew that it was something that was degrading you, something that it only gave you pleasure or instant gratification for a couple seconds, but a whole lot of negatives came with it. So this is something that you have to stop. And in the first part of the verse, it says, "As obedient children." When you give your life to God, that is who you become through Christ. And if you are struggling with sexual immorality, if you are struggling with addiction to websites, addiction to chasing after women or pleasure, that means you don't truly believe in your heart that you are an obedient child of Christ. You need to make sure that you know your identity, because if you don't believe in your identity, that is what is going to cause you to fall back into sin. That is what is going to cause you to doubt the power that Jesus has given you to overcome anything that was in this world. I wanted to share that today with you guys because this is the stuff that I've been thinking about for the past month. These are the things that I've been pondering and meditating on, and it's helped me stay away from immorality. And it's just like remembering the truth, knowing what this sin is really doing to you, and understanding your identity in Christ. All these things will help you overcome sexual temptation. So I hope you liked the video. I hope this inspires you to go longer on your journey, give up lust, and go towards God. So I hope you like it. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with another one.